everybody? It's your boy Jay for real. You see where we at? XYZ. Let's go Z, baby. Hey,
You know it's all X all day long.
nah, nah,
All day
nah.
long.
No,
All day long.
sir. You know
No.
what it is, baby. Hey, but
I'm looking for that Z
new
in that
week.
throat.
Hey, hey. X gonna give it to you.
Hmm.
But hey, man. So, new week, new topics, man. Where should we start? I feel like basketball, man. We've been having a couple arguments off the podcast, man, about this 3 point, man. What's your
I'm hating the 3-pointer.
and look, and I agree with that. I agree with the fact that the 3 pointer has been overused. You know what I'm saying? But the idea that you had, I don't know if
It's
I agree.
brilliant.
I can't agree
Idea
with
I
it.
have is brilliant.
I can't agree with it.
The whole world will agree with me.
I can't agree with it. I can't. Go ahead.
So we got to change the scoring structure in the NBA. It's got to happen. That they can't continue. They cannot continue to
Okay.
give 50% value of the 3-pointer over a 2-pointer.
Okay.
All
I
all guys
understand
do
that.
is go ahead.
No, I understand that. No, no, no. I hear you. But what's this plan that you have? Like, it has to work. You know what I'm saying?
The 3-pointer now, the 2-pointer becomes 3 points. The 3-pointer becomes 4 points. Now, instead of a shot behind the line being 50% more value, it's 33% more value.
How's that gonna
So
change
now
anything though?
it will promote teams. It will promote teams the idea of not taking so many threes. Now
But
you would have your,
but now they in their head, it's just gonna be another thing of them knowing that if they take that shot, they take that 4 point shot, it's gonna be a 1 point more.
but it's only worth 33% more than it is a 3-point shot.
But
The only
it's still
downside,
worth
the
more.
only, huh?
Still worth more.
No,
It's still something they'll take. Is it not?
but it's
You're
not
not. You're not.
worth as much more.
And you're not. If you, I feel like if you're gonna make it 4 points, then you bring the 3 point line back farther.
You could do them both.
That's what
You
I'm
could bring it
saying.
back
You, if
another
you bring
foot.
it, if you bring that 4 point back, then I feel like maybe okay, now it's worth the 4 point shot because it's a little further back. And now certain
But if,
players, like even remember we used to shoot a lot together, and like
hmm
you could shoot your mid ranges, but if you took that one step out the 3 pointer, it just messed up your whole shot. I know these are NBA players, but it kind of this it's same kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Not all these players can shoot steps out of the from the 3 point line. Is what I'm trying to say.
but I don't want him to take as many.
Yeah, and
The
I think
NBA,
if you move it
the,
back,
the
there won't be
NBA
as
has
many.
gotten boring. The NBA has gotten boring because all you do is have 4 or 5 guys standing
Well,
outside the line,
my also
standing. Hold,
my thing also is defense though. I think I think it starts with the defense that's being played in the NBA. I think the defense is awful. I mean, defense I feel like is what will drag more viewers. If you want more viewers, you got to have more defense. You got to have I know people are saying, "Oh, but like we like scoring this or that." I'd rather watch a game where it's a close where a team wins by 2 in a game that's barely at like 100 or like in the 90s than a game like the team wins by 2 in overtime and it's like 140 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like when them team.
I don't mind this the scoring as much as and I the defense is intermittent. Okay,
Okay.
but I feel like they've because the three has gotten to be such a common shot.
Yeah.
Guys will go down on a break. Literally, I talked to you about this today. You don't see guards leading a break and making passes on a break to a trailer for a dunk.
Yeah.
That's part of what
Yeah.
is
No,
being
okay.
missed. Some of the excitement. But if you change a 2-point shot to three
Yeah.
and a three to a four,
Yeah.
even though it seems like it's still a 1 point away, the percentage now a shot right now is 50% more. Now it becomes 33% more So the analytics, because modern coaches, JJ Redick, guys like that, they love these analytics.
they,
Well, the analytics aren't going to match up
nah, they, yeah,
to what they want. So they're going to now all of a sudden the mid-range shot
yeah,
becomes useful again.
yeah,
Because right now, if you shoot 40% from the three, it's the equivalent of a 60% shot
yeah. That's true. Okay,
inside. Now, if you change it,
but
the only
what's
downside
the
is
downside?
what is the one downside? Scoring records are going to be gone because you'll have to have pre-change and post-change.
Yeah,
But that happened when the 3-point line came to be to begin with.
yeah, but
Just saying. The NBA's got to fix their problem,
I
and I'm
think
here for them.
my reason I think
I'm
it's
here for the NBA.
I think it's to be defense. I think there needs to be more defense. Defense, defense, defense. Play some defense, damn it. Why can't you
Call
play
less
some?
fouls. Call less fouls.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Tell the refs to stop, follow their whistle, and let
There's a
them
lot
hand
that
check a
needs to
little bit.
change. I don't think
Bring
it's.
hand checking back.
I think there's a lot that
So
needs
you're
to
saying
change
hand checking
before.
isn't
I
coming back?
think there's a lot that needs to change before a 3-pointer. There's a lot more in the NBA that needs to change than
Okay.
the
So what are your
3-pointer.
changes?
What are my changes? Exactly what you just said. I think
Allow hand checking.
the first thing starts with the refs. The first thing starts with the refs, and the second thing starts with players actually playing defense, playing both sides of the ball. I think this is the highest that we've seen in fast breaking points in the NBA ever. Statistically,
So I got
and,
something we didn't plan on talking about.
but I understand the
Did
three-pointer.
you hear
What
about the
the
new
Celtics
All-Star
are
game?
shooting. The Celtics are shooting 51 3-pointers per game. 51. And only making 19 of that. They're shooting 37%. I think if you push back that 3-point, they're not shooting as much.
Let me.
I think if you only change it to a 4-point, I don't think that
But
changes
let
that
me give you
much.
something.
I don't think that
37%
changes
what
as
they
much.
make.
Yes, but I don't think that what? What?
That's still the equivalent of 55% from inside the arc. So to their coach, shooting 37% is the equivalent of shooting 55% inside the line. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but I don't think that changing it to just 4 points is going to change that much. Like they're going to adjust to it over time again is what I'm trying to say. It's going to lead to the same thing over time.
So right now, how many do they make a game? 19, right?
They make 19 a game. Lead the NBA.
Okay, so if they make 19 three-pointers, that is 57 points they make right now off of three-pointers in a game. So
Yeah.
I wasn't even planning on going here. I got to do this old school and get a pen and paper out. Old school, that's 57 points. Let's say you got including guys inside, inside the restricted area that you're going to shoot. Let's just call it 50%. And how many
Okay.
shots were they taking
51. They're taking
to get
50,
to that? How many shots would you say they were taking a game?
51 a
Right. So
game.
51. So let's say, so if those 51 shots were two-pointers and they made 50% of them, we'll just call it 26 that they make. That's 52 points.
Their field goal percentage overall is
You see what I'm
45.8.
saying?
That's what their
But
three.
that's
I know.
with their
I know.
three-pointers taken. Okay. So let me break it down the other way. So if you change it from, so there's a 5-point advantage by taking all those threes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you make 19 shots and they're 4 points, that's 76 points. Under my proposal, okay, if you made 26 of those shots times 3, that's 78 points. So under my proposal, the way the Celtics are playing, if they strictly shot 50% from inside the arc, all of a sudden they actually have a 2-point advantage versus a 5-point advantage for 3-point shots. The 4 and the 3, if you did a 4 and a 3, now all of a sudden it equalizes out. And maybe you move the line back a foot.
Yeah, you need to.
I think they've got to figure out a way. And the only way I can figure, huh?
Yeah, it's just there's at the end of
The
the day.
only disadvantage is that visually when you saw a game, the scores would be up about 25%.
It's just,
120-point game would be
I have a
160.
question though.
So
If
every
you're doing this though,
record book
if you're doing this
would be
though,
post what? Uh-huh.
are you gonna have to teach all these players to completely change their game now? And are these players gonna be able to make that change?
The ones that matter will. But what you're
Every
going
guy
to do
matters
is
on a team that's
guys
trying to win a championship,
instead of
right?
slashers,
Every player on the team matters. 1 through 15 matters. You trying to win a
a
championship.
big man inside. But it would also change how guys want to play inside. It would imagine Wimby that's shooting 60%. Guys that shoot 60% from the floor inside are all of a sudden going to be a huge boon to your team.
And I just
A
think
guy that can post up,
it's
and
gonna
score,
turn into
all of a sudden.
now you're taking away the three, right? But now I feel like okay, it's 3 points anywhere inside that 3-pointer, right? Anywhere inside that 3-pointer is worth 3 points, correct? From your yes.
Yes.
Well, now it's
Yes.
just gonna turn into
Anywhere
it's gonna
inside the
turn
three-point
into
line.
everybody loves to shoot at the end of the day. It's gonna turn in the think about their sense of it. They're still gonna be shooting mid ranges more than they're gonna be taking layups. That's just how the players are playing. That's just the playing style of the NBA now. If would you rather watch
A mid-range is fine,
a mid range is
but I think you're
you're gonna see more. It's not gonna stop the fact that they're shooting. It's still gonna be the same shit.
but a mid-range is nice. Like they dislike
Mid
the
range
modern
is,
game.
but
You don't see
the whole
players with the
but
Michael Jordan, Kobe
but I
Bryant.
thought your whole point of it was when you saw that game film of the players on that fast break, and they instead of going for the layup or dishing it like having a person trail, the person went to the 3 point line. That's still gonna be the same thing. They're not gonna trail them. You know what I'm saying?
I think they'll trail more because there's not the advantage. It's a mentality they have to get out. That's just my take. I'm an old head. Something's got to change, and I don't care if anybody says that it's going to change the scoring record, um,
Yeah.
because that's the reality. In football, you used to play 12 games, right? You know, Jim Brown played 12 games, then you went to 14, then you went to 16. Now they're at 17. So records are fluid.
Yeah.
The amount of games you play are fluid.
Yeah.
So what matters at the end of the day is the league surviving. And if they
Yeah.
don't make changes and they continue, the problem is right now is everybody thinks they're prime Curry and prime Clay. It's one thing when you have somebody shooting 41, 42%, but when you have guys that are shooting 31% and the coach says take the shot, it just makes for an ugly game.
Yeah.
When guys that are 30% three-point shooters are launching shots, it's just an ugly game.
Yeah.
And it's boring. It's not the same. I still like seeing guys dunk. I still like to see a guy cutting. I miss the passes that led to a dunk that you saw from guys like Jason Williams back in the day. I miss that. I like to see when guys. I like watching Wimby, even though Wimby's neat that he can shoot outside. It's a whole lot more fun to see somebody throw an alley oop to him and catch and dunk.
Yeah.
That's why John Morant's so much.
That's
fun
why
to watch,
and even
right?
but that's another thing now is players are even shying away from
He even dunks
dunk.
when he
Yeah.
says he's not going to dunk.
Yeah, he's dunking when he says he's not gonna dunk, but I think that's from injuries like Derrick Rose and just players slowing down like Russell Westbrook. You know?
Um, so I do want to switch up one thing, and we'll touch on this more as it gets closer. But the All-Star game format, did you see the changes where they're talking about it 3 teams instead of 2 and making it a tournament?
I don't like that at all. I didn't like that. What do you think about that? I didn't like that at all.
You know, I love it. I love it. I've even got another suggestion for the NBA. Ready
What?
for it?
What?
Everybody in the every player on those 3 teams ponies up 50 grand each, winner take all.
Okay.
So you literally, if you
putting
lose
money
the
on it?
tournament, you lose 1,000. These guys can afford it.
You're right. You're not wrong.
Make it worth something. Put some skin in the
They're
game.
kind of they're not putting money for that the what's that little thing that they do mid-season or they just did the in-season tournament. Yeah,
that nobody cares about.
nobody cares. Yeah, they could put money. I feel like they should put that money towards the All-Star game. Like when they do put money on the All Star game, it's for charity. I think they should put it for the players so the players actually try a little bit.
Well, I think they should just put money on it. I think every player that's in the All Star game
Yeah,
ponies up his own money, 50 grand each.
yeah.
It's like a bet.
Not everybody's MJ though that will actually do it.
Hey, hey, what did we do at our? What did we do in the tournament when your buddies came back from college? Did we put money down?
Yeah, we put money
Each
down.
person bought in.
Everybody put money down on a basketball
Everybody bought
tournament.
in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, at a YMCA.
we didn't put down
So
money
just
like
have
that
it.
though. It was like what, like 10, 20
Oh,
bucks.
nobody there has money like they got. Fifty
Yeah,
thousand to LeBron, it ain't nothing.
it ain't. That's
50,000 to Curry ain't nothing.
that is like $20 right now.
Yeah, that's like a half night of bottle service for him.
Why?
It's nothing.
Yeah.
What's it's a reality, right?
No, it is.
It's the truth. So, who even played in the in season? I know it was Have they played the final game
Yeah.
yet? Is it OKC and Milwaukee?
Yeah. Milwaukee won.
Milwaukee won.
Yeah.
They're on the comeback, right?
Well, so the Lakers won with Dar. What's his? I can't say his name. What was their coach last year?
It's the Lakers, man. I don't pay attention to them.
Darvingham. I don't know how to say
Yeah.
it. Darving.
Darvin Ham.
Darvingham,
Darvin
right?
Ham.
Is it? No. Is it actually
Darvin. DAV.
Darvin?
Darvin.
Darvin. Yeah.
Darvin. Yes.
So he won with them last year, and now he's the assistant coach for the Bucks and won with them this year. And so the last time I think
All right.
the Lakers went on a big losing streak with them. So now everybody's thinking that the Bucks might go on like a huge losing streak.
I still think the Bucks got to move Chris Middleton. There's always a sucker out there.
I think they should move Chris
And I
Middleton.
know
I
he's a
think
nice
they should
guy.
get. I think they should move him and pick for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
I think they could.
that would work.
Jimmy would be nice on the Bucks.
Jimmy'd be nice on the Bucks.
Jimmy would be nice.
Yeah.
Third option, maybe even fourth option. Doesn't have to do much. They got Bobby Portis. They got Brooke Lopez. They got a little bit bench growing right now. I think Jimmy on the Bucks wouldn't be
I think
bad.
they're
I
finally
don't.
starting to. Yeah.
I don't want Jimmy. Everybody keeps saying Jimmy to the Warriors. I don't want Jimmy on the Warriors.
Nah.
I don't know what we could even trade that I would be okay with that being a thing. You know what I'm saying? I think
The
Wiggins.
Warriors aren't close enough.
Wiggins is starting to settle in. He's starting to play like he did that playoff year right now. He's in that. So if we were to trade him, I would trade him right now, but I wouldn't trade him for Butler. I would trade him for. I feel like we get much higher right now. You know what I mean? He's younger. He's way younger than Jimmy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting a solid defender out of him that as a third option can put up 20 points a night. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
When he clicks.
everything in the West revolves around trying to beat OKC.
If OKC can stay healthy. I think
Yeah.
the thing I've noticed that these past years with OKC is when they got into the playoffs, they haven't stayed healthy. They haven't. They're always they need that core to all be healthy together to win it.
I think the biggest mistake they made is they needed a second big man
Yeah, they do.
for when Chet is out.
They have a lot of
and I
like
know the guy
six
that-
seven guys. They have a lot of 6'7" guys, but they
Yes.
don't have like another like decent. Oh, they got the
Hartenstein
yeah
they brought in.
they did from the Knicks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
they could use just like one more emergency. He doesn't have to be great, just like a big body, or
Robert
like a
Williams,
like
somebody
a
like that. They keep talking about
6'10" guy. Yeah, like that 6'10".
yeah, 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah,
an athletic 6'9", 6'10".
yeah.
But I still think they're the best. Denver's roster's too depleted.
Denver's
Um,
done.
Jamal Murray's dropped off quick. I don't know what happened to him. He just doesn't seem
Yeah,
like he's
I don't know what's going
Joker
on with
still Joker.
Joker. Still Joker. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with Jamal Murray. Aaron
Houston's
Gordon
looking
isn't
nice.
playing
I
that.
don't
Russ
know.
ain't playing. Yeah, Aaron Gordon ain't playing that well. I don't know what it is. Jokic's averaging 31, 13, and 10.
Joker's putting his stamp on it as an all-time great player.
Yeah, he is.
He's
31,
he's putting his,
13, and 10.
yes, but he's putting his stamp on. Um, and I was one of the guys that a few years ago thought Embiid was better than him,
Wow.
but Embiid might be more physically imposing, but
Don't you
Joker.
feel Don't you feel silly now? Don't you feel dumb?
Oh
Don't you
man,
feel silly? You thought Embiid was better than Jokic?
Embiid makes Anthony.
You didn't even have enough film on an Embiid to actually know if he was better, though.
Embiid head to head when he's healthy would outplay him. He
Yeah,
would.
but
Embiid,
it's easy to outplay somebody when you only play like 7 games a year. It's easy to play those 7 games your best.
I knew everything I needed to know about Embiid when Anthony Davis said you need to toughen up and play more games.
Yeah, AD did say that.
When Anthony Davis is like, he's like, man, you're kind of soft. I don't know if it was AI or if it was a real thing, but if he didn't say it, he should have.
That is wild. If he did say that,
I'm gonna take it at face value. Maybe he did. AD said,
AI generated.
You make me look up.
AI generated.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But I think we should move on to.
So we'll see. If anybody that has a pull with the NBA, let's go to a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
Let's devalue.
Y'all let us know. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think.
shot.
Y'all let us know in the chat. Y'all let us know in the comments, man. What y'all think? Should we do it to the 3-pointer to a 4 and 2-pointer to a 3? Or move the? I think.
Idea.
Or
if you disagree with me, you're wrong.
Or move the 3-point line back. I believe they should move the 3-point line back farther. That's me. But yeah, y'all let us know. But let's go to
on your agenda.
NCAA football. I'm thinking, man. The portal, man. Golly. Like, what is going on there, man? This is it.
Marshall officially pulled out of their bowl game.
I feel so bad for them too. Like,
For
where's
the players that stayed, for the fans,
for the
university.
loyalty, man? Like, and for the players that got paid too. Like, that's shady.
Yeah, I don't even understand though. And I'm a guy that was all for players getting paid.
Yeah.
I thought when you have guys, and when I say guys, like the elite ones, the Tim Tebows, the Reggie Bushes, I'm talking about the ultras. Travis Hunter, right? So if we're talking about college football this year, no player in college football should, when it comes to NIL value, like, and you got to love it. I know why players want to go play for Prime, because not only he understands football.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
People might not like his personality; they might question it, but Prime's he understands the game.
He understands the game of football.
But the one thing he understands.
He understands talent too.
He knows how to market.
Yeah, he do.
But he understands talent. But he understands.
Yeah, he knows how to brand. He knows how to build a brand. He knows how to build a brand. He knows how to build a brand and be the villain, which builds your brand even more.
He's like a modern day Muhammad Ali. The charisma that he's had throughout his career as a player, as a coach, it's amazing.
Much respect to Coach Prime, man.
But what it's done for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Much respect to Coach Prime.
If I'm talking about NIL value.
Yeah.
Nobody has brought more eyes to football than what Prime has done to Colorado. Was a dead program.
They were.
They didn't care. It was up in the.
They were not a football school.
Everybody was skiing. And he's turned everything around. No, they haven't been since the mid '90s. Maybe run, but they're
not. They are not a football school.
their fan base isn't like other fan bases. But also their fan base isn't the same. You know, uh,
Yeah.
I always try to tell people to understand the Nebraska fan base when we've been awful for the last 10 years, an average program the 10 years before that. So
Yeah.
it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
10 years of okay teams, but not up to our standards, and 10 years of just awful post Pelini.
Yeah.
Um, and the fans still show up.
Hmm.
Still show up.
Yeah.
And it's painful for me. I just saw today that our walk-on tight end that looked like the best tight end by the end of the year went
Yeah.
into the portal and transferred to A&M. And he's from a small town in Nebraska.
Wow.
That it just seems so crazy that a small town
That's
Nebraska kid from a town of maybe 1,000. I'd have to look up Aurora. It's my brother grew up, used to live near there, tiny town,
yeah.
and now he's going to A&M because of NIL money.
Like there's probably more.
Which
You could probably find more people at like a Texas stadium than you could in that town, huh?
I mean we're talking about. I'd have to look up Aurora, Nebraska. Look at the population. You got Aurora, Nebraska. It's a tiny little town. Kearney, where I'm from, makes Aurora look. Kearney is huge compared to Aurora.
4,704 people. Damn.
Yes. You have more at a high school game.
Yeah. At
There's
Texas.
gonna be more. There's gonna be more people at the state championship for North Crowley and Westlake tomorrow or Saturday, I guess, for the game Saturday.
Yeah, there'll be more people there.
That town.
Yeah. Fuck.
So it's crazy. Like
Yeah,
Penn State
that's
has some
wild.
kid that grew up, and he's going to A&M and he was a walk-on.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he probably grew up a huge Nebraska fan, and we're not the only program. There's going to be guys that grew up UT fans, or they grew up there's a kid at Penn State that is their backup quarterback, and he's transferring out right now.
Yeah. During when
Penn
they could
State's in
win,
the playoff.
they could win too. It's not like
Yeah.
they're a
Like
pushover.
Yeah. So I think they've got to move the portal back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I told you earlier about my so if everybody that thought my 3.4 point thing is a crazy take,
Yeah.
I think we've got to start separating college players
Yeah.
from the requirement for spring classes. So if you transfer, maybe you don't have to go to class in the spring, or maybe you go to a community college and take a 12-week course or an 8-week course to stay busy. They've got to figure something out, because the idea that you committed to play for a school, and I have no problem after the season's over that you may transfer out, or they require that it's a 2-year agreement.
Yeah.
But for players to leave and leave their teammates, I'm not talking about after the season's over with. I'm talking about you have a bowl game, you have a potential national championship run, and you transfer out. You know, how would those same players feel if the university said, "Oh, we're holding up your grades, so if you don't play in the bowl game, we're not going to ever release your transcripts and your whatever hours you accumulated, you don't get." High schools did it over a $3 fine at a library from return book in high school, right?
Yeah,
So
they
you
did.
can't graduate because you didn't.
Yeah.
You owe a football fee of $12.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm all for players being able to get paid, but the other thing is the pendulum swung too far the other way, and I think the portal needs to move back. And
Yeah,
even
it
if it
does.
means that you're not required to be enrolled in classes. And let's
Yeah.
be honest, college football isn't about academics anymore.
Not at
They're
all.
not amateur student athletes. But they're not even amateur student athletes. Let's put out the whole thing of amateur and student athlete. They're semi-pro players that, as far as I'm concerned, if they go to class or don't go to class, it doesn't matter to me.
They're not gonna
And
tell Ryan Williams
it
to go to
shouldn't
class.
matter to me. It
Yeah.
shouldn't matter
No,
to
I'm just
anybody.
saying. No, I'm just
Why
saying.
should
Like,
anybody. But why should anybody care if a college football player graduates from college?
They're not gonna tell. Like I know
Like,
Travis Hunter's like a really smart dude and all that, but if he didn't want to go to class, who really would say anything?
but who cares in general? Why would I care
He's about to
if
be
a
in the
player,
NFL.
or even if he's not, that's your responsibility to take your money that you made from NIL and finish your education.
That's true.
It's not the school's responsibility anymore to worry about educating you. Let's be honest about this. I say spring class is optional if you're there as a transfer, not optional if you're already enrolled in there. But if you're transferring, open up the portal and you don't have to go to class. You can stay in the dorm, and then if you
Making
then
grown
when
man money, you gotta have grown man decisions.
yes,
Yep.
grown man decisions.
You making that grown man
And if
money?
that means you
Shit.
got to and if that means you don't graduate in 6 years, so be it. But that's that's the least important thing of college athletics because it's not really student athletes anymore. We need to if we're all gonna be honest with each other, um, it just shouldn't matter anymore.
Because people are
So
surprised. Because people are now more surprised that like a player like Travis Hunter has a high GPA instead of being like, oh, like that's an expectation when it's not. That's why it's so
yeah,
impressive that he did that. It's truly it is. It's
did
just
you
impressive that he got the grades and GPA that he has while having to do everything that he was doing. I mean, we're talking about a kid that's playing both sides of the field, having watched film on both sides of the ball. And obviously, we can see on the field that he was really watching film because of what he was doing. You don't, as a DB, you can't make those plays that he made without watching film. You know what I'm saying? And I know that playbooks
yeah,
are, I already knew playbooks in high school were insane. I couldn't imagine what a playbook in college is like. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think Travis Hunter deserved that Heisman, man. I think he deserved it 100%. I think what he did was just
And I think
unseen
he's
or
great for the
unheard of. I
sport.
don't understand how people can say gently he deserved it, man. I think we've seen it before, and it's impressive. It is.
I think he deserved it as a running back. I just think Travis Hunter deserved it more.
I think he
Th-
deserved it
That's the
more. He
reality of
did.
it.
He did. He deserved it more.
Yeah,
I think.
there's years that he probably would have won in a landslide,
Yeah, but
but
Travis Hunter was here, so take the
yeah,
L. Take the L, man. I mean, it
yeah.
is what it is, man. You
That's
gonna get
not the first
drafted.
time that's that's not the first time that multiple players there's been Heisman's where you had guys that everybody admit was a weak Heisman class. And then you've had years with when you look at the Heisman, you're like, man, there was three guys. So Reggie Bush and Vince Young were competing against each other. You had years where there were two guys. You're like, man. In any other year, the guy that was number two would be a shoe in. You know.
Yeah,
So and then there's years you look at it and you're like, nobody stands up. Nobody stands up.
yeah.
So um, I'd love for them to do something about it. That there's a court injunction that just happened about JUCO players suing to make their junior college years not count toward their 4 years in the NCAA.
Oh shoot, somebody in the chat said move the line back and let the guys be physical on the perimeter.
I'm fine with that. Hand checking, bring hand checking back.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, move. But I'd say move the line back a
I
couple
think they
feet.
should be more physical. I think the refs should call less plays, man. Be
Yeah,
yeah.
but when I say more physical, let them hand check, bump them a little bit, make the shot difficult
Yeah.
to where yes, yeah. If they let him play a little more physical, I'm not talking Detroit Pistons 1990s physical, 1980s physical, but you
Yeah.
can let the players be more, and then I think they would feed off of it.
Yeah.
So
But
anyway, so
but
there we
yeah.
go. What do you got next? What's on your agenda?
Well, let's talk about the bracket of college football, man. I think we should go through each team cuz
So we got the
yeah.
first round.
First round, man. Let's start off just Clemson, Texas, man. Texas, I think is gonna destroy him. I know it's
I like Texas.
yeah. Cade, he's coming back to his hometown and everything. I know he's probably got vengeance in him, but
Yeah,
I don't see Clemson. Clemson's their team's all right this year. Their defense isn't great. I think I think that if you don't have a great defense, I don't think when you don't have a great defense, you just can't compete with Texas's offense. I think they're just gonna outscore them. To be honest, their defense, Texas' defense is good enough to be able to stop Clemson's offense, and Clemson's defense can't stop Texas' offense. So I think they'll win in a
I
landslide.
think Texas wins by at least 14.
Yeah, 14. I think, or at least I think it's a landslide. I think they're gonna win by a lot more than that. But yeah, I got Texas, and then Tennessee and Ohio. That's gonna be It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game.
Good game. That's one of the better games. There's a reason it's an 8-9 that those are closely matched teams.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good game.
I just don't know with Ohio State doesn't make any sense to
They
me
have Ohio
whatsoever.
State favored, but I don't know. Tennessee has been playing their butts off this year. Um, Let me see, man. Who do you think? So you think Tennessee's got it?
I'm gonna go with Tennessee for two reasons. I'm gonna give this one for Charlie Walker,
I mean,
kid
they're
from
yeah.
Tennessee.
I mean, Tennessee's running back Sampson has been going off this year. 258 carries, 1,485 yards, and 22 TDs. It's monster. That's a monster stat
I'm gonna
line.
I'm gonna,
That's a
I'm gonna
monster
take
stat
I'm
line.
gonna take Tennessee in an
I don't
upset.
know how Ohio State does. I don't know how they done this year against the run, but
I would really like Ohio State to win
yeah,
um, for the Big Ten, but I just I don't trust Ryan Day right now. They should win on paper. Their receivers are amazing, but I don't trust their quarterback,
for
and I
Ohio
don't
State, Will
trust
Howard for Ohio State.
I don't trust Will
I think
Howard.
he's overrated.
Don't.
I think Will Howard's overrated. Way overrated.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they had a really high ranked
They have a lot of
quarterback come in that
they have a lot of receivers and their team's built.
well, who is it that
He's a
was their
system
quarterback?
quarterback.
Julian Sayin that came in. I
Yeah,
think Julian Sayin he was originally committed to Alabama, and when Saban left, he went into the portal before he was even there,
yeah,
uh, and he's at Ohio State.
yeah.
So,
And Ohio State's receivers
um,
are insane.
and then I think Penn State's going to roll SMU.
Penn
Um,
State, yeah, yeah. Penn State will roll SMU for sure, 100%.
for sure.
That's a given.
Oh, and then no, what about Notre Dame, Indiana?
See, so my thing with Indiana, I thought Indiana was a really good team this season. Towards the beginning, like in the beginning, but towards the end, they look like frauds to me. Like they just look like
Yeah,
complete.
I think when they had to start playing real teams, um,
I know they only had one loss, but it was just the way they played. They don't look that good. They don't look as good as I thought they
I don't
looked.
think they have enough athletes to compete with elite teams first and
Yeah, I
foremost.
don't think they can. Yeah, I don't think they can play that many elite teams like back to back and win. And
No.
I don't think they'll be. I don't think they can beat Notre Dame off the rip. I don't think they'll.
Yeah,
They.
I don't think so either. And there might not be a team I dislike more in the country than Notre Dame. So for me to actually be picking Notre Dame,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I don't like Notre
yeah.
Dame either. I actually like Indiana more than Notre Dame, but if I had to be real, like Notre Dame's
So
winning.
I got Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State, and man, I'm going back and forth between Tennessee and Ohio State. Um,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Ohio State because I'd really like to see an Ohio State Texas matchup.
Ohio
Uh,
State, yeah. I think
yeah,
yeah. I have to
I'd
take
like to
Ohio
see
State.
that matchup. And
I take Tennessee. I'm gonna take Tennessee over Ohio State. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee by 7 to 10.
Okay, I got Ohio State.
How State I would.
I got Ohio State. Even though I want Tennessee to win, I have no love for either team. So,
Got it in my
and I
blood,
don't
baby.
trust Ohio
Let's
State.
go.
But I just feel like one of their receivers is going to make a big play, take a 12-yard slant and take it to the house, something
I
like
mean,
that.
their receivers are nice.
I think one of their receivers late in the game is going to take a quick slant and going to be gone. Because the two things you can trust is Ohio State's wide receiver coach to recruit talent and have that talent produce. So
Nah, for sure.
I'm going to flip on that and go with Ohio State.
You go Ohio State. I mean,
So
what do you favor him? You said how much you favored him by though. I mean, Jamiah Smith
Ohio
probably gonna be
State.
tough. Jamiah Smith probably gonna be tough. Gonna be a hard matchup. The receiver for Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I think. I think they're going to be down late in the game and
Depending
need a
who's
touchdown,
home,
and it's not
who's
going to be a bomb. It's going to be a slant.
yeah.
It should be at Ohio State. We
Ohio
should be at the
State.
horseshoe.
Okay, I'm yeah.
The higher ranked team has home field.
Ohio State probably yeah. Yeah. All right,
It's gonna be
but
tough.
let's move over to the last one. You know what I'm saying?
See,
What's the best thing we love to talk about? N F L
Hawk
NFL
Hawk Hunter.
NFL. Let's go Steelers. Let's go. 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 Woo!
I need to look at the current standings right now.
So
Let's
the
go.
Chiefs
Let
are
me let
number
me look.
one. Detroit's number two. Eagles number three. Vikings surprisingly still number four. Buffalo number five. Steelers are number six. So two of my teams are in the top six right now. Vikings and Steelers. Shout out, shout out Vikings.
So right now, the Steelers are a game behind Buffalo and only a game in front of Houston, Baltimore, and Denver.
Yep.
So we've got to get our act together.
Yep. We got Ravens and then the Chiefs. I don't know how it's gonna be
Right
without.
now,
We need George Pickens back. First off, I don't know.
yes,
We can't compete without George Pickens. We don't have enough receiver
no.
depth. We don't have enough. We don't.
We
No
don't have
matter
any
how good.
receivers.
No,
We have
how
one
yeah,
receiver.
yeah. We got one elite receiver. That's it. That's fine.
Not depth. We have one receiver.
Yeah.
We Calvin Austin. He's a number 3 receiver. I like him, but he's not even a number 2. He should be a number 3.
Yeah.
Um, we need a true number 2, an elite number 2.
And I thought Roman Wilson was gonna
Um,
come back, but I don't know. I haven't even heard of him. It's like he's there for a game and he's
no,
not. I don't know.
yeah, I think in hindsight, it would have been nice to see the receiver. The Steelers never take a receiver in the first round, and it would have been nice. Well, since our first round offensive tackle is hurt and out for the year, a receiver would have been nice in the first round. But who knew that was going to happen? So
Yeah. It'll be nice
um,
coming back though.
we've got to pull an upset because we've like you were saying, I'm not even worried about whether we're 3 or 4, but I don't want to have to go on the road in the first round.
I don't want to
You
play
know?
I don't want to play Buffalo. That's my thing. I'd rather play the Chiefs than I play Buffalo. I think we play the Chiefs better than we play Buffalo. You know?
Yeah.
And just it's the way I know the Chiefs have the best record, but it's if you actually watch football, it's the way Josh Allen's playing right now that it's like I don't want smoke. I mean, we're seeing how Josh Allen's playing right now. Nobody wants smoke with Josh Allen right now. Am I lying?
Yeah.
I'm lying.
No, not lying.
That's what I'm saying. So we just gotta figure out a way where we can. I just need to see. I need to see what it would look like. What the if it ended today, where would we be at?
Right now, if it ended today, we would pay. Ended today, we're the third seed.
And so who we would play?
We would play in the first round, likely Denver.
Play Denver. I'm okay with that.
Likely, I think that's how. I think that's how it fall. It'd be Buffalo, Chargers, Pittsburgh, Denver, Houston, Baltimore. But the problem is then in the second round, with us being the third seed, we'd play Buffalo in the second round.
Can't do it.
And then if all the top seeds won, it would be Baltimore, Kansas City. So you're saying you'd rather be the fourth seed and play, say, Houston in the second round, in the first.
Yeah. I'd rather play Houston. You saying I play Houston, Baltimore, or Houston and the
In the
Chiefs?
first round. No, you play Houston in the first round instead of Denver.
Yeah, and then play who in the second round?
If you won, then you'd get the Chiefs in the second round. And what are you hoping somehow the Ravens upset Buffalo? Because we can beat the Ravens.
I don't know. I just don't
The
want smoke with
Steelers.
Buffalo. I just don't want smoke with Buffalo. We need Buffalo to lose, and we need to win our last two games.
I'm not worried about Buffalo.
Why not?
What if that game's in the winter in the snowy day where all they can do is run? We run, they run, everybody runs.
I mean, you want Josh Allen running? So you're saying you want Josh Allen running?
I'm fine with that.
You want that? You're
I'd rather
you
have him running.
challenging?
I would rather have him running than him throwing and running. I would rather him be more one-dimensional on a windy, cold Buffalo day
Yeah,
in January.
yeah.
I would rather have that. Because here's the bottom line. No matter what, you're going to have to be, in order to win the AFC, you're going to have to beat Buffalo and Kansas City.
Yeah.
And pick your order. You're going to have to beat them. You have to beat them both. Whether you're Baltimore or whether you're
You gotta hope Baltimore can
Pittsburgh.
beat one of them.
That would be ideal.
We need Baltimore to win. I know they're in our division, but we need them to win for the sake that we know we can beat Baltimore.
Yes, we know we match up with the Ravens.
They can't beat us. Like they'll probably they might have a better chance of beating us this week because of all our injuries. But healthy.
Yeah.
Nah, they,
I think the Steelers are doing the right thing by resting Pickens until he's fully healthy or as close as they can.
yeah, because we need him. We need him. We can't.
We need him.
We're not winning any playoff game without Pickens. We're not.
No,
Hell no.
without him, and that's not even talking about what a great player is. It tells you how
Impactful he is for
thin
this
we
team.
are. Yeah, how thin we are at wide receiver, though.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a true number two that can. Nobody on that roster for 2 games can step up to act like a number one.
No. Not at all.
Nobody, not even close.
I'll go
Not
out
even
there.
close.
I might have to go out there and take matters in my own hands, man. Might have to put the jersey back on. I already got it on. Shoot. Might have to go on that field. Pittsburgh, this is for you.
Now let's talk about the NFC because everything's upside down over there, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think that at the end of the day, man, I like how my Vikings are playing too, but we all know it's between Detroit and Philadelphia by far. It's there's no other conversation. There's no other team that can win. I think before, like a couple weeks ago, I was thinking it was Detroit by far, But the way
Who could
Philadelphia,
win it?
I think Philadelphia's just better team. Like they just have all those pieces are just together and they're working right now. You know what I'm saying?
There's one dark horse team,
Who?
the Rams. The Rams have really turned their season around.
No, they have. They really did.
They have they have turned their they started out injured. Puka Nakua was hurt.
Yeah.
Cooper Cup was hurt. Their roster is coming back into shape, and they've made some really nice draft picks over the last couple of years on the defensive side of the ball. If you look at what they've spent
No, yeah, they
in
just.
draft
I mean,
capital on
they
the
just
defensive side,
they beat the Bills. So I mean, yeah.
yes, their roster though,
They got
they
smacked
knew
by the
what they were
Eagles.
going to
So
lose.
they got smacked by the Eagles.
Huh?
So
Win,
like 2 weeks before they played the Bills.
but I think that team is really starting to
Week 11.
come into their.
Week 11 they played the Eagles. Week 13 they played the Bills. I don't know, man. This Eagles team's
Yeah.
nice. This Eagles team's nice, man. This
No, the Eagles team is not.
this team's clicking, man. But yeah, I think Detroit still has their chance.
That's the game
Detroit,
Saquon at 255 rushing.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have a hard time winning a game when a running back goes for 250.
Yeah. But yeah, Green Bay's looking nice. I just don't think they're good enough. They just don't have enough. They don't have enough. They're too young. They don't have enough.
I think the Lions have too many injuries. I think
Yeah, the
a
Lions
fully
are.
healthy Detroit team
Yeah, the Lions are injured right now. That's
they
true.
just have a lot of injuries. Now one of their defensive tackles is now out for the year, so you're missing a D tackle, a D end. I think one of their safeties got hurt. It's just unfortunate timing for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Even though, but I mean, they were all injured, but they only lost to the Bills by 6 last week.
yeah,
So
we'll see.
we will.
I definitely think the Eagles are the cream. I think with them having home field, it really makes it more difficult
It does.
for a team.
But I mean,
The Lions.
the Lions are the number 1 seed right now. As of right now, if they win out, they'll be the
Right.
number 1 seed.
Let me see. Still,
Mhm. Yep, they're number 1 seed.
yeah. It's important for Detroit to keep the number one seed
Yeah.
because if they don't, when you're talking about
What's yeah?
any team that has to go into Philly, that if you look at most of the teams other than the Packers, Minnesota,
I think they can win out, man. They got the Bears. That's a win. They got the 49ers. That's a win. They got to figure out how they can beat the Vikings. They'll beat the
game at?
it's in Minnesota. They might have a problem. But who do the Eagles have ending it off? We gotta
Hold
look.
on. No, it's in Detroit.
Oh, it's in Detroit. Oh, then they got it.
In Detroit.
I mean, the Eagles are gonna win out. They're playing their fucking division. Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Ah,
They're gonna fucking roll through that shit. That's like 3 bye weeks, bro. Like what the fuck? They get 3 bye weeks.
that whole division.
They get 3
Okay.
bye weeks, bro. Like what the fuck? They get 3 bye
Thanks,
weeks,
Cowboys.
and we gotta play. We gotta play the Ravens, Chiefs, and Bengals. We gotta play Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow.
Well, at least they got to play Jaden Daniels. That's one thing. But then they, who's the
Lamar,
quarterback now for the Cowboys?
Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow. We're talking about.
But Dak Prescott. But they have Trey Lance on the bench. They got Trey Lance.
You're-
And Dak's a cheerleader. And Jerry Jones.
You hearing
And
this
Jerry
guy?
Jones.
Y'all hearing this guy?
The Cowboys. The Cowboys.
Y'all hearing this guy, bro?
The Cowboys.
Are y'all hearing him? Am I
The
am I
Cowboys.
am I tripping?
The Giants.
Are you talking about the Giants that signed Daniel Jones to a $40 million deal and don't even have him on the team anymore? And they decided to do that, not only pay him but also get rid of him.
I heard Daniel Jones and Kirk Cousins are vacationing together in the offseason to compare notes.
How does New York have two NFL teams and they're both two of the worst teams in the league? How do you have two chances and you're both ass?
How?
I guess you could
It's
say the
New
same
York.
same shit about Texas, huh? With Dallas and Houston.
Well, at least Houston is
Yeah, Houston's nice. Nah, Houston's nice, but Dallas. At least
well,
they went one for
everything with
one.
Dallas. Everything with Dallas just really comes down to the owner. Mr.
Jerry
Burns.
Jones. You
Oh,
heard?
I was
No, no,
thinking
no,
about
no. Wait,
Mr. Burns
wait.
Simpson.
Yeah, talking about the.
Excellent.
So you saw with the Jets and everything. Did you see that?
The Jets? Oh, they're still in the NFL.
Yeah,
They're still there?
I think they aren't in the NFL. Did you not hear what happened? No, did you
So
not?
here's what's wrong
No,
with
wait,
New
wait,
York.
wait,
What's wrong
wait,
with New York?
wait. Did you not?
Wait. What?
Did you not hear what happened to the Jets?
With the Jets?
Their owner. So Jared Judy is a top 5 receiver in receiving yards right now, right? Because he got traded from the Broncos to the Browns, right? The Jets
Okay.
were gonna make that trade, but didn't because Jared Judy, Madden. You remember the game Madden, right? His
Mhm.
Madden rating was too low, so the owner didn't trade for him. That's real. No AI, no meme. That's real. 100% real. He didn't trade for a player because his Madden rating was too low.
That's the Jets. That's the Jets. To be fair, the Jets peaked about the year I was born, and I'm old. Let that sink in.
Gen X.
They peaked under Joe Namath.
God damn. Who is that?
Okay.
That sounds like an old ass name.
You don't know Joe Namath?
Joan. It sounds familiar.
Google him.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath and fur coat. Google that.
Fur coat.
Joe Namath fur coat. He had the original swag. You got to give Joe Namath.
Why was the first thing when I typed in his name was Joe Namath hearing aids?
Well, he's old now.
It's like, but why is that the first?
photo
Why
came
is
up.
that the first thing? Why was the first thing that came up was his name and hearing aids? You know, that's what, like it wasn't even football. Shit was hearing.
Did you look at images under fur coat?
Yeah, I did.
So
He nice.
He literally was in a fur coat on the sideline back in the day. Your generation ought to appreciate him when that wasn't a thing. He was walking into games on the sideline in a fur coat.
Let me see. Fur coat. He was cool.
Oh, huh?
I'm showing everybody. Yeah. He was cooling.
Broadway Joe, man.
But yeah. Oh man.
So they peaked. They peaked under Joe Namath in the '60s. Because I challenge outside of current players, you probably couldn't name 5 famous Jets players since Joe Namath, if you excluded the guys that are on the team now that you know.
Who was
Yeah,
the
like
quarterback
you-
with the butt fumble?
With what?
You remember the butt fumble? What quarterback was that? Jets. The butt fumble. You don't remember that? What team? What player was that? It was a quarterback. Yeah. Versus the Here, I'm gonna show the viewers real quick.
Years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here.
Who was it?
The ball is loose.
I don't know his name though.
I have never seen this before.
I don't know who the name of the quarterback is. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty famous. He's pretty famous for that.
For a good reason.
Mark Sanchez. Because he ran into his center's ass and fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
He's pretty famous.
Yeah. At least the Giants won Super Bowls, and the Jets are just an afterthought.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But
All right.
think we're all good here. Covered everything, man. Good little
I
segment.
think we're all good.
I appreciate y'all that have been watching, man.
One last question.
What?
One last question. State title,
Yeah.
Texas, 6A. North Crowley out of Dallas
Yeah.
against Austin Westlake.
I got Westlake.
You got Westlake.
I got Westlake. Who you got?
All right. Got Westlake.
I got Westlake.
North Crowley's got a wide receiver, little dude, man. We'll have to watch his videos.
Yeah.
He's going to Colorado. He's only like 160 pounds. He can fly.
Didn't Colorado get a quarterback too, if I believe?
Yeah. But this receiver, he tore Duncanville up last week.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Westlake schemes have.
Yeah.
Since Cade's coming back with Clemson and get the L, hopefully his high school alma mater can help out and ease the sting a little bit and get a dub. Try to throw that out. So let's both go with the local team with Westlake.
Let's do it.
So,
All right.
all right. Well, I'm good. I'm out.
Shoot. Are we out of here, man?
I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. Another day of XYZ with your boy Jay for real. And who am I with?
The OGG.
OGG. Y'all keep it 4. We out.